Hey Rockets, welcome back. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I did, and I'm looking forward now to starting our math lesson. So we're going to get ready to do a quick review. You know we have been studying about quadrilaterals. Say it with me. Quadrilaterals. Let's do our song. Quadrilaterals, quadrilaterals. Four sides, four vertices, four sides, four vertices, four angles, four angles, four angles. Some are parallel, some are parallel, some are perpendicular, some are perpendicular. Rectangle, rectangle, square, square, rhombus, rhombus. Parallelogram, parallelogram, trapezoid, trapezoid. They are quadrilaterals, quadrilaterals. Four sides, four vertices, four sides, four vertices. Four angles, four angles. Some are parallel, some are parallel, some are perpendicular, some are perpendicular. Rectangle, rectangle, square, square, rhombus, rhombus, parallelogram, parallelogram, trapezoid, trapezoid. They are quadrilaterals. All right, excellent job. So now let's go on so that we can describe these quadrilaterals, Well, let's start with the rectangle. Well, I know that this rectangle meets the test as a quadrilateral. Four sides, right? Four angles, square, corners, I see that right there. Right angles, and 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. That's the way to describe the rectangle. I also know that the rectangle has 1, 2 sets of parallel lines. Parallel line set 1, parallel line set 2. I also know that it meets and forms perpendicular lines here and here. That's the way for me to describe my rectangle. Let's go on to describe the square. Well, first of all, I know that the square, all the sides are the same. 1, 2, 3, 4 equal sides, right? I know that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices, and angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. And those angles all happen to be right angles. It has 2 sets of parallel lines. Remember, parallel. Never meet, never cross, same distance apart. So let's look. 1 set of parallel lines and another set of parallel lines, right? And it's also got those perpendicular lines where they meet to form right angles, okay? Then we went on to describe the rhombus. Well, first of all, I know that this rhombus is in the family with the square because all the sides are the same. If you were thinking that, you got that. All the sides are the same. But wait a minute. That rhombus doesn't have these right angles. It doesn't have those right angles, right? Let's see. Side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4, vertex 1, vertex 2, vertex 3, vertex 4. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. Excellent job, right? And then I have 1 set of parallel lines and then another set of parallel lines. And then we talked about this angle right here opening up as being obtuse, more than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees, a straight line. We just described the rhombus. Now, wait a minute. Let's go down to this parallelogram. We know that this parallelogram is a quadrilateral, but hold on. I can also describe a rectangle, a square, and a rhombus as parallelograms. So if I wanted to describe these three, I could say rectangle, quadrilateral, and parallelogram. Square, quadrilateral, excuse me, and a parallelogram. Rhombus. In the family with the square, it is a parallelogram and a quadrilateral. And then I could go on and talk about if it has perpendicular lines or if it's parallel. I could go on to describe it that way. All right, great job. So let's look at this parallelogram. Side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4. Meets that part of the quadrilateral test. Vertex 1, vertex 2, vertex 3, vertex 4. Meets that part of the test too, right? And then I have angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, right? Excellent job. Excellent job. So wait a minute. One set of parallel lines and another set of parallel lines. Two sets of parallel lines. I just described a parallelogram. Great job. Let me move over here. Now let's look at the trapezoid. Say that with me. Trapezoid. Well, we learned that this trapezoid, it doesn't fall into the family of parallelograms like the rectangle, the square, or the rhombus. So trapezoid, we got it sitting over here by itself. But guess what? Just because it's not a parallelogram, it is still a quadrilateral. Side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4. Vertex 1, vertex 2, vertex 3, vertex 4. Great job. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. And wait a minute. Let's look at this angle. It's not opening up very wide on that trapezoid. So I think it's acute and tiny, less than 90. Look at it. Trace it with your finger with me. Yeah, that's an acute angle. But wait a minute. Let's look at the top. Ooh, I'm opening up wide right there on that angle on the top. So it wouldn't be acute, it would be obtuse, right? And I don't see any letter L's, they're perfect. So it wouldn't be any square corners. So wait a minute, on some of these quadrilaterals we found obtuse angles and acute. Making sense? Now let's go on to describe this trapezoid a little bit more. We know it's a quadrilateral, but not a parallelogram. Not a parallelogram. So hold on. I see one set of parallel lines. I wonder why I wouldn't consider the top and the bottom to be parallel lines. I wonder why. Think about parallel. Never meet, never cross, same distance apart. These two wouldn't work. They're not the same distance. These two are, and they're not going to ever meet or cross. So this one has one set of parallel lines on this trapezoid. So I want you to look at the shapes of these parallelograms and then look at the trapezoid. Does it make sense by looking at these shapes and then looking at the trapezoid to understand why the trapezoid is not considered to be a parallelogram? Think about it. Type any observations that you make. All right, make sure you have your notes out and a clean sheet of paper. I need for you, and I forgot to finish numbering. That would be number 3. That would be number 4. So number 1, I need you to write down, describe a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need for you to describe 4 things about a square. Number 2, I am a quadrilateral with one set of parallel lines. I am a what? Which quadrilateral did we discuss that only has one set of parallel lines? Number 3, rectangles, squares, and rhombuses are all quadrilaterals and blank. Fill that in. The next one, number 4, describe a rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ways to describe a rectangle. All right, go ahead. I want you to copy down 1, 2, 3, and 4. and then answer my questions. And then send me a picture of your work. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me. Until tomorrow, Rockets.